Test, test. Get it kicked off in a minute or two. Gotta check this out. Music good. Looks good. Well, I'm not talking to the mic, so my voice versus the music right now. Cool. All right, we'll get it started in about 30 seconds. Okay, so we back, we're going live. Let's talk about a little crypto. What are we talking about today? We're gonna talk about how some major news articles are now starting to cover cryptocurrency as if it's just regular news, which over time, that's how assets want to go. You know, that's how the asset you want to invest in. If it's brand new, like cryptocurrency, that's how you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. So let's start off with Coingecko. Bitcoin is at 51,700. Ethereum is at $29,028. $2,928. BNB is at $352. Solana at 106. XRP at 56 cents. It's about time it was 1 cent. Had a great week this week. BNB had a great week. So let's look at it on TradingView. Now, one thing I want to notice, which is kind of ridiculous to me, is Bitcoin is only 25% down from its all-time high. Let me make sure I got that right. Check Coingecko. So we're at 51.7. The all-time high is 69. Yeah, we're only 25% down from the all-time high, which is absolutely ridiculous. But one thing that's weird about it, besides the fact that we're only 25% off the all-time high, is that altcoins really haven't had that rally. Like, let's see how far we're down on Ethereum. 40% down, which is more of what I had expected at this point. Let's check BNB's price actually does so well. We're probably only 50% down, so that's even more. So I'm guessing as we get past lower between the blue chips, it'll get more and more. 60%. Solana is 60% down from its all-time high. So Solana's at 106. Its all-time high was 259 about 2 years ago, and that's about 59% down. Let's look at a couple more. Let's look at Avalanche. Avalanche is at $37.90. Its all-time high was $144, and it's down 73% from its all-time high. See, this is what I normally expect, but Bitcoin is only 25% down. Like, I would expect altcoins to be a little bit higher than they are, but it's kind of weird. So we haven't necessarily had what we would consider altcoin season. So when Bitcoin runs, altcoins come after that. So is it coming? Is the market changing? Are we not going to go through the same patterns as we used to anymore? The things that we want to pay attention to, because if we go off the past, which is all we have to go off of, I think the altcoin should be a little bit higher. Now, why this is happening, who knows? Let's do one more. Let's do Chainlink. Chainlink is at $19.08. Its all-time high was $52.70. So it's down 63%. So two things that tells me is, well, the one main thing that comes to mind is we could still have a seriously great altcoin season. Like, let's say let's say Bitcoin runs up to 115,000, which is 121% from here. I would imagine altcoins would they would at least 5x. So you get a good 500% return. These are all guesses, you know what I'm saying? And then we have to discuss when we're going to get in and out of these positions. Remember, none of this is financial advice, but we kind of just want to brainstorm, talk a little noise, and see what we got going. So what I've been doing is dollar cost averaging, which is taking a small amount of money and adding it in every month. And my goal is by the time that I get out of my positions, which means when I sell my positions, I want these positions to be at least over 1 year old so I can get long-term capital, which means I'm just paying, I think, 20% less in taxes. So I think, let's look it up. I don't need to guess. Short-term capital gains tax. Cryptocurrency. Short-term capital gains tax. If you've held your cryptocurrency for less than a year, your disposals will be subject to short-term capital gains tax. For tax purposes, this is treated the same as ordinary income and it can range from 10 to 37%. So if you buy a position and then you sell that position within less than a year's time frame, you're subject to up to 37%. Now let's look at long-term, because this is what I'm going for. Between 0 and 20. So short term 10 to 37, short term 0 to 20. I'm pretty sure that 0 is probably like businesses, you know what I'm saying? If you have an LLC investment company set up, in the 20 range, the higher range is probably up to like individual investors. So it's all based on how you set it up, but that's how I'm thinking about my position. That's my strategy. Dollar cost average, and then when we get to a point where I feel like we can sell our dollar cost, I'm saying small portions and sell them, a little bit at a time, month at a time. You know what I'm saying? It's not the sexiest. It's not, we're going to be a millionaire next week. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm treating this asset class with respect, because if you come in and just try to make an M or just try to get rich quick, like in anything, real estate, business, stocks, if you come in there with the get rich quick mind scheme, you're probably going to end up losing money. Crypto is no different. You know what I'm saying? It's an early asset. So there are huge pumps in smaller tokens. But if you come in here looking for them, and you know what I'm saying, that's how you get that mindset to where it's people can easily scam you. You know what I'm saying? So that's long-term versus short-term capital gains. Let's do a little TA. So one indicator I want to look at is just it's a simple momentum indicator, is the MFI, the money flow index, which is just showing how much money is coming in. So this is on the daily. Let's look at it on the weekly. The weekly is saying that it's a lot of money coming in right now, and we could head down. So we've been up 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 last weeks. So it may be time for us to cool down a little bit. Let's check. So starting in January, we've been up 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive weeks. This is our first week down, and it's not even closed yet. We could still end up going up. But the money flow indicator is indicating that we have more room to go down, so the money coming in might slow up a little bit. Let's look at it on the monthly. So we have been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have been up 6 straight months. That is ridiculous. When you think about it like that, we have 6 straight months of upward price action. And we may have another one. You know what I'm saying? But eventually we're going to have a red one. Who knows how far it'll go down? Maybe a little cool off rally. We take off the all-time highs. We could go sideways for a little bit and just chop for a while. Or we could, test the local lows of 16,000. Would I bank on it? At this point, every day I'm getting closer to no. But the market's gonna do what the market's gonna do. So there's no point in guessing. That's why I don't trade. And that's why I don't encourage trading, because you just never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can use all these indicators. There are millions upon millions of indicators that you can use. If someone finds the perfect strategy to win the majority of the time, good for them. I highly doubt an individual can do that, because the majority of trading is done by algorithms and computers that are written and controlled by major financial institutions. So you as an individual are competing against major financial institutions that trade at high speeds, that are using AI, that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't encourage trading. And anybody who says, yeah, I trade for a living and I make money, show me your profit loss income, and then maybe we'll talk. Nobody can ever do that. Nobody can ever show you their profit loss statement for the last 365 days. You know what I'm saying? They'll do everything but that. But that's a little rant on trading. So we've been up 6 straight months. God, that's ridiculous. But the money flow index says we're going up. We could have a little room to slow down, but these are just algorithms. These are just numbers that form a visualization of data. You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantee that this is correct. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into, let's check some ETFs. So one thing I'm starting to track is the price action of the ETFs, the outstanding shares, the assets under management, and the market cap. I'm thinking about putting it in an Excel sheet. Don't know if I'm gonna take it there yet, but I might do it like by the weekly, like every Monday. Take the current price, take the current asset under management, and just clock each one, maybe like the top 15, the top 10, and just visualize it week by week, just to see what it looks like. Because as long as we have a visualization like this with all the prices and everything going on, we can kind of track it and understand the market. You know what I'm saying? Understand if it's something that we need to be investing to. So if we check the price 2 months from now and it's up 50%, it may be something that we need to start paying a little bit more attention to. And maybe figuring out a process to analyze these ETFs just like we analyze these cryptocurrency tokens. You know what I'm saying? That's how we expand our toolbox and expand the things that we have to expand to invest in inside of this asset class. So we got a Grayscale Trust, which is leading with 23 billion assets under management. iShares Bitcoin Trust with 5.6 billion assets under management, and Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund with $4.25 billion assets under management. The cap is most of the time directly matching. Okay, so we can't filter by those yet, but I think that's the default. So we're going to stick with that. So I wonder what it's going to look like if we take another leg up. Like, let's say we go past $70,000 as far as the Bitcoin price. I'm going to be really paying attention to what these things look like, because based off of this stuff, you can invest directly into the coins. You can invest directly into the ETFs, but maybe it may be possible that you can long and short these ETFs. So, that may be another avenue. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not a big trader, but you know what I'm saying? There may be some bets that you might want to take, you know what I'm saying? And I'll definitely consider if there's some bets I want to take as far as longing and shorting these ETFs. Now, none of this is financial advice, but that's kind of where my mind is going and kind of where I'm thinking right now. All right, so let's get into the news. Let's refresh all these articles really quickly. So, like we talked about on the show all the time, cryptocurrency is going to turn into something that is going to turn into something else. It's an investment class, but it's going to turn political. It's going to turn into a talking point. It's going to turn into something that people stand on their political campaigns on to get a certain demographic, because the younger demographics may be catered to vote towards someone who is friendly towards crypto. So if politicians want a younger demographic voting for them, which they want as many people as possible, they'll start having crypto rhetoric added to their political campaign. So, John Deaton, a crypto attorney and commentator, launches Republican bid against Elizabeth Warren. Candidate says he is the walking, breathing, living embodiment of the American dream. I don't know this guy. I don't know anything about him. I just kind of went off of the title because that's the point of what I'm talking about. Cryptocurrency is going to become political, and we've heard many things going on in Washington and many meetings and hearings about cryptocurrency and regulations and is it good, is it bad, is crypto mining good or bad for the environment, does it use too much energy, and all around the country crypto mining companies are getting banned because of their use of electricity, and we'll have to see how it plays out. But the point is it's political now, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a big talking point. John Deaton, a cryptocurrency attorney who moved to Massachusetts less than a month ago, is running as a Republican to represent the U.S. Senate, challenging Elizabeth Warren. Now, everybody in crypto kind of basically understands Elizabeth Warren's stance on crypto is kind of a tough stance, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a wait and see, more regulation, which is, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. It's just some people are going to be for it, some people are going to be against it. And me personally, one person's stance on cryptocurrency doesn't kind of determine, if I rock with them or not. It's kind of like other things we're dealing with. But you know what I'm saying? We all want. I live in the U.S., so I want the U.S. to be the number one facilitator for crypto growth, crypto regulations, and allowing people to build wealth through it. So of course, I would like to see that, but there's other things I worry about politically. But the guy's 56 and he's involved in the crypto industry. I don't know anything about him, and I'm not going to look it up right now. But the point is, it's going to be political. So
anywhere.
We'll see how it turns out.
The commerce platform designed for entrepreneurs. Online, on social, in person, and on the go. Get the tools you need to sell the way you
ads
want.
And advertisements
Powered
are
by
just
Shopify.
going to kill us just as quickly as AI. What would you rather, death by AI or death by advertising? I don't know. I got to pick AI. It sounds like it'd be quicker, less painful. Cryptocurrency stocks, the complete guide. Now, here's what I want to point out about these next two articles. It's not about what they say, because we've discussed both of these, you know what I'm saying? And the next one is a top 10 list of cryptocurrencies. We don't even do top 10 lists, you know what I'm saying? We'll do them every now and again for fun, but that's not really the important things in crypto. It's more for entertainment, for clicks and views. But it's not about what they're saying, it's about who's saying it. Forbes. This is an article about Forbes. Cryptocurrency stocks, a complete guide. Top 10 cryptocurrencies of 2024 by USA Today Money. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about what they're saying. It's about now these major media companies, these major platforms are starting to report on cryptocurrency as if it's a regular asset. And that's all that we in the cryptocurrency community have been asking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just wanted this asset to get treated like everything else. And now it is. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a USA Today article about the top 10 cities to live in. You know what I'm saying? The top 10 stocks to invest in. The top 10 penny stocks to invest in. Now they're starting to do things on the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Now, who cares what they're talking about? Because we do the research over here. You know what I'm saying? USA Today probably got their own agenda. But let's go through the articles really quickly and we'll give our spin on it. And you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Cryptocurrency stocks, the complete guide. So they talk about what are cryptocurrency stocks, the types. So look, they go through ETFs and they list Global X and iShares. So the different ways of investing into cryptocurrencies, they got ETFs. They list industry stocks, crypto industry stocks like Coinbase and Marathon. I like this one, crypto adjacent stocks. So MicroStrategy, Nvidia, PayPal, and trading cryptocurrency stocks and the guide to investing. Now, we have gone through this plenty of times. So let's go through it one more time. Let's talk about the litany of ways to invest in cryptocurrency. So we have the underlying asset themselves, the cryptocurrency tokens, the software tokens that these cryptocurrency companies create. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, all the big dogs. We have cryptocurrency ETFs, which are starting to become popular. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the iShares, Fidelity, ARC21, Bitwise. Then we get into derivatives. And if you understand the where the money lies as far as stocks, And derivatives dwarfs money that are actually in stocks. Like all the money is in derivatives. So cryptocurrency is not going to be any different. We have Coinbase International Exchange with futures, so you can bet on the future price. These are just about the financial products that can be created around these underlying assets. We got Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, XRP, all these futures that people can invest in across the world. This is not available in the US. We have Bitcoin miner companies who have stocks on the NASDAQ. You know what I'm saying? Mara, CleanSpark, Phoenix, Riot. And these are not small companies. Mara is a $5.76 billion market cap. CleanSpark is $3.46 billion. Phoenix is $3.4 billion. Like these are big companies and they're growing. Now, I like what the other article said in Forbes. They call them crypto adjacent stocks. I just call them stocks, traditional companies with blockchain projects going on. Microsoft, Nvidia, Visa, MasterCard, AMD. It's in the company that creates microchips. Goldman Sachs, CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, I think. PayPal, Square, NASDAQ. So there's a million ways to invest. We got some more. We got electronically traded products. 21 Shares has a huge list of electronically traded products, ETPs, Arbitrum, Aave, Binance, Bitcoin. Pretty much every one of these underlying assets can have a derivative created from it. So, that's kind of what we want to see, more money being able to come into the space in order for it to grow as big as possible. We have ETNs. Who's talking about ETNs? Who's telling y'all about this right now? We got ETFs, but I'm bringing y'all ETPs, ETNs, ETDs, all that. VanEck Bitcoin ETN. They have an Ethereum ETN, a Solana ETN. And there's I don't have a list of them, but there's something called ETDs. I think it's electronically traded derivatives. Hold on. What is it called? Yeah, electronically traded derivative. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. The bunch of ways that you can invest in and around cryptocurrency. But yeah, the main thing was not what they're talking about, who's talking about it. We got Forbes in the USA Today talking about these things as if they're everyday common things. And that's what we want, cryptocurrency to become a part of the everyday ordinary life. We want everybody to be able to invest in these things as much as possible so we can get money flowing into the assets. So basically we can make money. That's what we're here for. Like, I know there's a narrative that, we want the freedom of money and freedom of all of this. I invest to make money. That is personally what I like to do, and I'm not that. If I create a company, I'm going to create a product that will make money. Now, I want to help as many people in the process, but you don't go to work to, some people do, but the point is to make money. So we got Forbes talking, USA Today talking. Now let's talk about Hawaii. Hawaii opens its doors to cryptocurrency trading, embracing the digital financial frontier. Well, we ain't gonna read the whole thing, but cryptocurrencies in Honolulu will soon be able to operate freely in Hawaii. The State Division of Financial Institutions decided that cryptocurrency exchanges in Hawaii do not have to comply with the state's money transmitter law, which has required the exchanges to hold cash reserves equal to their digital assets. So this is my first time reading this, so this is kind of a reaction. I would like the exchanges that I invest in or use to hold the cash reserves equal to the digital assets. For them, it's opening the door for people to get into a door, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this for the best? So now, let's contradict what I just said. We want as many people to come in as possible, but people really don't care for the cryptocurrency regulations. I believe we do need regulations. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think the powers that be and the people who set the regulations are going to make it to where they win, but in a perfect world, I would like a happy medium of regulations that protect the consumer, protect the people, but do allow us to participate in a way that we have the opportunity to make money. So I mean, it's a give and take process. You know what I'm saying? So this is a kind of like a love and hate thing. Like, yes, I'm glad that the people get into it, but if they don't have the cash reserves you know what I'm saying, and the company goes under, then everybody who invested their money might, you know, SOL. You know what I'm saying? Like they may not get paid. And all companies, all exchanges, like let's say Coinbase goes under, I'm pretty sure their seed investors, the people who invested millions and millions at the beginning, will be get paid first, and then the investors, like the retail investors, stuff and I, will get paid last or never at all. So that's always a risk. So you know what I'm saying? Pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? This is the financial game. You know what I'm saying? We can't just opt out. We have to play it. So let's just get as much information we can to put ourselves in the best position to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to play, that's perfectly fine. But you got to take a risk at some point. And I chose my risk to be cryptocurrency, which is we'll see how that plays out. Beginning in July, all cryptocurrencies will be allowed to operate freely in Hawaii. The Office of the Government companies will be able to continue transaction activity as an unregulated business through subject to any applicable federal licensing and regulations requirements. Hawaii will soon be making waves not only in its turquoise waters, but also in the world of finance. So I like them moving forward. Anytime you move forward with something as new as cryptocurrency, there's going to be bumps and bruises, but you have to go through these bumps and bruises to figure out what you need to correct in order to mature the space. And that's all that we can ask for. All that we can ask for. So, let's see how long we chat. Roughly 30 minutes. Roughly 30 minutes. So let's wrap it up like this. We're only 25% off from the all-time high. I think that's rather ridiculous because it's not that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 months, we rose 400%. In the last 6 months, it's been more of a gradual creep. We've risen 100%. So 100% versus 400%. And 400% versus where we were at the time, it's been a slow, gradual creep. So it may be, we may sneakily reach all-time highs. You know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting because what's going to happen? Like, if we continue to slow creep up, will altcoins have that slow creep up as well? Like, will we not get that blast off alt season like we always have? Because that's where the majority of money is made in alt season, and then you come in and these altcoins are doing 100, 150% days, and then you start messing with DeFi and they're having ridiculous days, and then you start experimenting with coins down here that just came out, you know what I'm saying, and you get on decentralized exchanges and, you know what I'm saying, make a whole bunch of money. That's where you hear the millionaire overnight stories. But it's interesting because the space is so much more mature. There's diminishing returns. So what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And these are the questions that I ask myself, and I like to have these conversations with you guys about, because figure out where the money at. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I DCA, I take the slow approach. I believe in the staying power of the top companies now. I believe they're running themselves like actual businesses. Like I said, in 2009 and 2018, all the company needed to be in the top 20 was a website and a white paper. No real product, no real technology. The market was driven strictly by hype. But at this point, in 2018 wasn't even that long ago. But in 2024, here we are with Chainlink, Avalanche, Solana, XRP, Ethereum, with amazing ecosystems with products being built off of them. I mean, Chainlink is used to Oracle real-life data, so there's no telling the use of that. XRP is used for real-world asset tokenization, so there's no limit to where that could go. Internet Computer, I heard about it. I haven't done research. I think it's a decent company. What other company is doing some good stuff? VeChain's marketing is everywhere. I don't even know what they do, but their marketing is everywhere. So that's why it's only a few companies that I really feel like have great technology, and those are the ones that I invest in. And not financial advice, but the point is, I believe in the staying power of these top companies at this point. That's why I'm fine with investing in the blue chips. And you know what I'm saying? Who's to say that these companies won't be around for the next 15, 20 years? You know what I'm saying? And we can get a steady return. So we've been talking for about 30 minutes, so I just appreciate all y'all for rocking out with me. Let's see, no comments. So I appreciate y'all for rocking. I'm gonna drop another video this week, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna holler at y'all and I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.